Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can't wait to play Roblox today. More tower defense games. Alright, let's try Anime Last Stand. I heard this one wasn't too bad. Anime Vanguards was straight garbo. It doesn't even, you guys like changed up after one update. Like here, look at all of these pictures of people saying that, oh, they nerfed Egress, bro, I can't macro anymore. Yo, why is this game so hard? Why do they nerf stuff? You guys switched up real fast. One update, we already switched up. That was crazy. Anyways, let's look at Anime Last Stand because I've heard this one is the most casual of all the tower defenses, and I am a very casual person when it comes to Roblox games, unless his name is Type Soul. Yeah. But, I will preface this here. This game, you can macro, but you can macro in any Roblox game. So if people will say that in the comments, bro, you act like you can't macro. You can macro in this game, but I gotta go to a whole elaborate statue thing if I want to. And there's only really one thing you're gonna macro for in this game, and that's reroll traits in like the snowy place for the raids. Other than that, there's really no need to macro in this game. Also, guess what? There's a 2x and a 3x speed button. Ooh, spooky. I don't have to wait 5 minutes of my life. Sitting there in Anime Vanguards, just waiting for it to end. Ooh, this is a revolutionary idea. Crazy, right? Anyways, why do we play tower defense games? At least when I played them back in the day, like Balloons when I was younger, because they were challenging and fun. And it was nice to get new units as I progress. And that's sort of still true with these anime tower defense games, but not really at the same time, because a lot of the time it's only as challenging as your luck is. So if you have bad luck, then it's challenging, but for all the wrong reasons it's challenging. It's not because it's like, man, I'm playing so bad, maybe I should figure out another strategy. No, it's just because you just don't do enough damage, and that's literally it. That kind of challenging, just, hey, hope you get lucky. That kind of challenge. But in this game, you can farm rerolls relatively easy compared to Anime Vanguards, which is you get like 1 reroll a code, it feels like, and you can only get like 10, maybe 5 a day from your dailies. This game, you can pretty much farm as many rerolls as you want. Thanks to the raid system, rather easily. Sure, it might take some time. That's why most people macro that, but other than that, most people don't really macro anything other than that, which is crazy to me. That's the only thing that they're macroing, but it makes sense though, because that's the RNG. Your traits matter in this game more than having the unit, mostly anyways. So, yeah. So what makes this more casual than the rest? You get a lot more gems. It's a lot faster thanks to the speed up button. The rates aren't as bad. The pity system's really forgiving in the gacha. It's not saying that there isn't hard stuff, but World 2 is extremely hard if you don't have great units with great traits. But you can farm all the stuff you need to get really strong for World 2 in World 1 from the raids and the challenges and all that junk. So, what makes this one slightly different than the rest of the anime tower defenses? They all pretty much play the same. I just think this one's the most casual. It doesn't take as long to grind certain things. Well, I mean, there's obviously going to still be a good amount of grinding for some of the top tier units like the Godly Sukuna and all those units. And that makes sense. You don't want to just give those away. Those are some really strong units. This game's updates are pretty good, like 10 units an update, some evolutions, maybe a new mode. I think those are really good updates, and it updates quite often. I think 2 to 3 weeks. Pretty good. Pretty good for an anime tower defense, and a lot of content. A lot of content per update, I would say. So I think that's a good start. Is this game hard? As I said earlier, it's only as hard as your RNG is. Your units can be good, but if you don't have good traits, you're just not winning. So traits is the biggest RNG factor in this game, just as much as it is in Vanguards and Defenders or whatever, because if you don't have glitched, Avatar, Overlord, it's just gonna be a rough time. You probably won't even get to some of the higher tier stuff. But it's designed in a way that you can farm rerolls decently compared to the rest. So I'll give it that. And there's the Infinity Castle, and then there's the Infinites and all that stuff. I mean, none of it takes too long. You can do like a lot thanks to the speed, and there's even special abilities on some of the units, like Gojo and Sukuna. Gojo has his domain, and Sukuna has the fire arrow. Pretty cool. It's a whole extra ability, and they have like a whole animation. I don't see Anime Vanguards having an animation that like this for Igress. And also, speaking of animations, every character seems to have at least 2 to 3. Every character has 2 to 3 animations, and a lot of people say these animations are mid. I don't see it. I think they're pretty good for tower defense. Sure, they might lag the game a little bit, but that's just because how the effects are going off at once, and that's not the exclusive problem to this game. It's pretty much every tower defense if you have a lot of units. I mean, even people are complaining about that. Look at the flame arrow right there. You're telling me the Vanguards has something that looks that good? Nah, I'm just saying. I mean, you can have a preference, but I just don't like my games forcing me to macro constantly to even like have any sort of fun like Vanguards. Like, what's the point of playing a game if the only time I'm playing the game is when I'm evolving the units and then I'm putting it right back on the macro? So what's the point of the game even existing? That's my whole reason with Vanguards. Like, if everyone's just macroing, what's the point of this game existing? We're not playing the game. It might as well just be playing a picture book, just looking at the units. This is what it feels like. Now, why they say it's casual, as I said, you can get a lot of gems. You can get like 200 gems per round. The rounds go by like in a minute, 2-3 minutes, depending on if you have 2 or 3 times speed. You do have to pay for 3 times speed, but I think that's fair because they need to make money somehow. And this is a pretty free-to-play game. Like, I've done everything free-to-play besides the 3 times speed. So you can, like, and I've gotten pretty far, and I don't think I've been unfair. So I could have gotten just lucky getting Avatar on Tatsumaki and Gojo, which is fair. Luck is kind of the whole stopping block of these games, I will say. But yeah, this one's by far the most casual of all the tower defense games as I've played. And I think it's better than Vanguards for that. Defenders, I don't have enough experience with Defenders to say. But is this game better than Vanguards? At least for me. I'd say a lot of people too. Sure, it doesn't have a higher player count, but player count means nothing on Roblox because if it did, Blox Fruits would be the best game of all time. Genuinely. So, yeah, I don't really have much to say about this video. I'm just gonna say like, subscribe, Zets. Hate me in the comments if you want. Peace! It's Chaserzo, mother trucker. It's Chaserzo, snitch. Let's get some Robux tonight.